Hi, I'm Jake with BEDSLIDE. We've been developing this product since 1999, and we got a lot of questions along the way about how to improve the product. One of the things that we got asked about was, how do I keep things from falling off the side? What contains the products that I put on top of my BEDSLIDE? What about smaller items that could fall off, get caught underneath the back of the BEDSLIDE, so I'm gonna have to crawl up into my truck bed and get that out so I can still use the product. Well, it's evolved over time, and now we have products like bed bins. And today I want to show you a little bit about the bed bins, how they work, and so that you can kind of see them online without actually going into a store. So this particular BEDSLIDE is equipped with the mini kicks, the deck divider, and the upper tray. Now the mini kicks come as a set, so if you buy those, it's going to be about $99. Super easy to install, go right into the bed tracks, and they fit various small items. The deck divider is a freestanding part, so you can pick this right up off. It's really nice to have if you have some groceries or things like that. You want to, kind of wedge something into the side. You can do that sort of thing. And the upper tray is nice for the back end of the truck. What I like about the upper tray is that it gives you easy access to the part of the BEDSLIDE that's left in the truck bed. So what kind of products can you put in this, and what's it best used for? Let's first talk about the BEDSLIDE bed bin upper tray. This is going to be an accessory that you add when you have guardrails, and it comes in a 48-inch wide or a 58-inch wide. So this does limit you to the 48-inch wide BEDSLIDEs, which is the majority of what truck owners own. The nice thing about the upper tray is it gives you added reach to those smaller items that you wouldn't necessarily always get. Like, let's say a ratchet set or a tool kit. Maybe you have some DeWalt tools that you don't always use. It's easy to throw them up there, have them in your truck bed organized, and they're not going to move around. I like the upper tray because it also leaves you some room underneath. So if you have some longer items you want to put on the BEDSLIDE, they're not tall, the upper tray works really well. Still slides underneath the tonneau cover and can be easily used with a truck cap. Now the mini kicks have to be one of the most useful products you can get for the money. For $99 you can add these mini kicks, and they take up that space right before the wheel well that really is kind of dead space. What are you going to do with that? And it might be a great spot for you to put some smaller items. For instance, in this area, I have my cargo net, so I can strap everything down that I need to when I have a full load. Small things like a knife, your tape, bits, anything that you need to put in these little smaller areas that you don't want shifting around on top of the BEDSLIDE. Fits a small gallon of paint in there, so that's a nice, easy fit, and it's going to slide right in between the back of the end of your truck bed and in front of those wheel wells, so it wastes no space on top of the BEDSLIDE itself. We also get a lot of people who say, well, it takes up too much of my truck bed. What's going to happen when I lose my truck bed? I've got a tonneau cover, I don't have a ton of space, what fits underneath it? Well, we've arranged this BEDSLIDE with a few items that are pretty typical for you to use, and we'll give you an idea of, if you get a BEDSLIDE, what that's going to be like, what kind of items you're going to put on there. Number one, we've got a 5-gallon bucket, so that's going to be pretty typical if you get some paint, or if you've got a bucket, you can go out there and you can say, okay, this is going to fit. Are the other items that I want to typically put on here a similar size? Travel, luggage, this is a real typical travel bag. A smaller cooler, it's not going to fit every cooler, but for the most part it's going to fit many coolers that most people use. And this type of setup is going to slide right underneath your tonneau cover. We've got a back revolver X2 on here, and as you can see, it's going to slide right underneath. Didn't have to do anything, didn't have to undo the tonneau cover. If I want to access these items that are tucked away, pull it right out. They're right here, easy to grab. Now if you do have items that are larger, it's still going to make it super easy for you to access these things. Many of the items that are larger, you're still not going to fit underneath the tonneau, and even if you do, it's still going to make it hard for you to access. So a BEDSLIDE is still the ideal situation. And we find that many people, when they do have larger items, end up looking at truck caps, which is a really great scenario because you've maximized the space in your truck bed, and then the BEDSLIDE maximizes your access to it.